Peace, everyone. It's Black Eyed Priestess. So there's something that's been bothering me. There's a news report, and I got the link in the description, and it's basically about a woman who is suing her former law firm that she interned with, that I guess offered her a job as an intern, that they later retracted the offer and I guess fired her over posts and comments that she made concerning the Palestinian Hamas war situation. Now, I know more about this particular news report than I do the actual Hamas situation, because I just I'm not putting my energy into that at the moment. But this particular report, I really think that people, especially women, need to pay attention to, because this has a lot to do with the liberal agenda and demonic activity, parasites. You know, this liberal agenda has got something really wrong with women. And women just don't know their place. But this report is, more overall about American culture and privilege. And so basically she is suing, or I guess first she's going to, with another, I guess, pro-Palestinian, pro-human rights organization, is going to file discrimination complaints that the firm is discriminating against her. She says they interrogated her harshly. And then I guess she's going to go on to sue. First, I want to say, women, do not let this liberal agenda ruin your livelihood. And I mean that in different ways. Don't dye your hair pink or green, or and no offense if you have, express yourself, but just I want to really talk to women who have a certain level of class. Do not let this liberal agenda make you go along with all these trends, dyeing your hair, tattoos, acting masculine, dressing like a man. Don't let this liberal agenda ruin the level of class that you have and were raised with or stand for. Don't feed into it. Don't let it ruin your livelihood, because these women who are not behaving feminine because this liberal agenda gives them a right to challenge men and act like men and do all these just really unladylike things, namely just protesting. And I'm talking to ladies, because ladies, the liberal agenda is not only targeting women. You see the homosexuality, that's part of the liberal agenda. Interracial dating, part of the liberal agenda. This borderline pedophilia that's becoming acceptable by promoting these so-called pedophiles that we're arresting, while we're subconsciously promoting it behind the scenes. It's getting legalized. All part of the liberal agenda. But ladies, women, female, in American women, be classic. A lot of you women, you meet me and you're trying to figure something out. It's classic femininity. Yeah, I'm black, and most black women don't speak like me, don't look like me, are not as skinny as me, and don't have their natural hair. I get it. But at the end of the day, what you a lot of people, you don't understand, how am I black? You're so focused on the fact that I'm black and the fact that I'm a woman, that you can't actually receive just classic femininity. It's become abnormal to you all. And I want you women to stay true to classic American femininity. um I'm not, I'm not, um, no, fuck it, I am. Get back with the stereotypical classical American femininity. I don't care who it offends. Get back with taking care of yourself. Get back with setting a standard for being sexy, or at the very least being attractive as a woman, what deals with being within your shape, and growing your hair long, not these masculine hairstyles that make you look androgynous. No. Get back with behaving like a lady and not behaving like you came from a psych ward. And that's what a lot of you women in this liberal agenda, you got your liberal agenda outfit on, and you think that, oh, society accepts me if, if I'm bald and I'm overweight and I act like a man and I'm loud and I'm proud and I get involved in all these things that really do not um develop my feminine characteristics that will attract a mate, and you know you know, get married, have kids, or get married and travel, or get educated and get a career. You know what I'm saying? And just it's not about marginalizing women. My this report bothered me because I see that, you know, a lot of you women, you don't understand you're demon possessed when you're getting distracted by things that have nothing to do with your best interest as a woman in America. And just getting back to the report and how it ties into it, Americans, this liberal agenda has got Americans really, you have no respect for this country, and you have no respect for what it represents, and the freedom that we have here, and you trample on the freedoms, and you disrespect it, and you want the you want the powers that be to concede to your disrespect of the standards that are set forth. um there's things that I have to be cautious of because of jobs and income that I have, and that's a personal choice, because I feel that, investing in my future, investing in certain sources of income, it's worth it. So you're working for a law firm. She's working for you're interning for a law firm that you clearly want to be a part of so bad that you held such a grudge that you want to sue them and counterattack when they decided they don't want to deal with you because you're batshit fucking crazy. And you're more concerned, in their viewpoint, about a far off war in a far off land than you are about representing their firm. And this is the problem with, the liberal agenda has got Americans thinking it's not your responsibility to uphold any standards, that you can just do whatever you want and make anyone concede to what you want. Let's make people who don't believe in homosexual marriage bake us a cake, or they lose their shop. This is it, it's not okay. And I think that this news article is an example, and should be an example to people, especially women, who the entitled complex of you women has gotten out of control and enormous. And I really see that most of you all are just angry that no man wants you because of the way you behave. You're interning for a law firm. You can't just shut your mouth and not get involved in things that are too controversial. You making that money wasn't, you weren't smart enough to do what you needed to do to keep that job, which could afford the apartment that you said you got, because you want to post whatever you want to post on Facebook. You had to support Palestine on Facebook. And you didn't care, because I'm pretty sure, because at most job orientations I go to, we are let known immediately if there's a social media clause. And furthermore, you went to city hall council to protest and do this and that. You know, and again, we're in America, so yeah, there are a lot of things are ran by y'all synagogue of Satan rich Jews that y'all love to hate so much. But at the end of the day, how stupid do you gotta be, you know, to post all that stuff when 9 times out of 10 you're dealing with some Israelis, uh it's in some degree of separation. But you don't care, you don't appreciate, you Americans, you don't appreciate the jobs you have, you don't appreciate the salaries you have, you don't appreciate the careers you have. You just have to be part of the liberal agenda. And I don't really want to say it, but I gotta kind of, like, if you had a man who has some sense to keep you in your fucking place, he probably as a man would have gave you some smarter counsel than to be yappity yap on Facebook and taking your butt down to City Hall when you weren't even in the gate yet. And now you lost that opportunity because they see you as a batshit crazy protester. And this is what I want to talk about: the parasites and protesting. Look at the spirit of protest. Look at the spirit of protest in America. What is wrong with you protesters? Why do you women gotta dye your hair and be look ugly, mean? Like, what do you stop protesting? Half of this shit has nothing to do with you. And the funny thing is, people whose husbands and wives and family members are actually being victimized, they're not losing their jobs and stuff over the grieving process. But what is the spirit of protest that you guys want to stop Americans going to and fro, minding their business? You want to stop them because you can't go free Palestine yourself? Like, go over there and protest. Because clearly you guys can afford to not work during the day or the night. Clearly you protesters have enough money and bills paid where you can interrupt those people going to work with your bullshit. Get on a fucking plane and go there and do that. But no, because you guys are retarded. And that's what I'm saying. This shit gotta be, and that's what I'm saying. It's beyond retardation. You are demon possessed, or you really just that, like, mentally insane. Where you're like, oh, I got a good job, I got a good opportunity, maybe keep my mouth shut, maybe not wear my hijab and everything, maybe represent America just a little bit. But no, I have to shove in your face how I feel, this, and that. They see you as someone who's unqualified to be fair and just at the end of the day. And that's perfectly okay for somebody to fire somebody who's showing that they're fucking batshit crazy and going against Israel and all of this, that. Everyone loves to hate Israel. Y'all need to mind y'all business. Y'all need to mind y'all business. Not the migrants, not Hamas, not everything that don't got literally nothing to do with you. Literally nothing to do with you. And some of you women, you are so idle. And you think you're so cute that you don't have to develop any more feminine character, and you feel entitled, and you thought you were so cute that I can represent Palestine, and I'm gonna run. Then this is the attitude of these liberal women: no humility, good goddamn whatsoever. No respect for a man's authority or anyone else's that matter. No respect for this culture, American culture. Go the fuck back over there. Literally is how I feel. You guys hate America so much. And now you lost your American job because you just had to, because as a woman, you think you're so cute and you think you're so above a consequence. I'm willing to bet you this chick didn't think she would get a consequence because she feels that she's attractive. And yes, she's definitely on the more attractive side, but when you mentally insane like that, and that's the problem. When you so fucking superficial as a woman, you think you can get away with anything because you're a female. Because you too cute. You weren't too cute to get fired, but you thought you were. You thought you were cute when you were making that post. You thought you were cute when you were protesting this, and that. Why aren't you okay with a job and doing something actually productive? Name one thing that the protesters have done that is produced fruit. That no protest is productive. None of these protests going on in America have been productive. And I mean that to say that there was a time and place when recognizing the power in numbers against the minority of the royals or the powers that be, there's a time where recognizing the strength in numbers can create change. But right now, all we're getting is people who are literally disrupting the livelihood of other Americans who are just going to work, minding their business. And that's just, you got to understand the way this is, when you read the Bible and recognize what time we're in, stop trying to teach people stuff. This ain't the time. This is the time to cover yourself with the blood. Keep your head low. Let the Holy Spirit fight for you and mind your goddamn business. Stop trying to teach people. The whole world knows about Christ. They have accepted or not. And now, and you see the spirit, these demonic entities is all in the children. Because the parents, these parents don't give a damn about these kids. And the children know it. These children know that these parents hate each other, don't like each other, don't like themselves, don't like nothing, don't care about the kids, just had the kids just 'cause. Because there's no intellect running through these Americans. They ain't got nothing better to do but breed. But at least all I'm saying is, like, people is not appreciating their jobs. People don't appreciate their livelihoods. Because what are they doing with it? They're going and protesting. And no one gives a damn about black people. Everybody protests. Everybody rubbing each other's gonads and shit around here. And don't nobody give a damn about the chosen people of Israel. Who are the people that the whole world should be stopping and worrying about, because the chosen people is the ones who you're gonna be judged by how you treat, and everybody else worrying about they white privileged caste system asses. Palestine, Israel, all y'all are all Hyksos, Czar crackers. So this is, at the end of the day, nobody cares about the chosen people. Nobody cares about worldwide black people are suffering and get mistreated and get this, no one cares about, no one wants to protest something that's in your face. No one wants to protest that. You want to protest things far off in fantasy fucking land somewhere, but no one wants to actually, change how they deal with other Americans who you treat like trash because our skin is darker and our hair is thicker and different things. And no one treats black people worse than the other black people who hate themselves. But at the end of the day, you know, because there's no consequences to black on black crime. So black people, we, you know what I'm saying, ain't no consequence to black on black crime. So, you know, a black person with demons, the first person they gonna take it out on is another black person. But at the end of the day, the subject matter is this liberal agenda. And you know, women, don't be idle, don't be fooled. Ladies, you need your fucking jobs, because these men out here hate you. If you haven't noticed, they hate you. They hate you. These men hate us. A lot of you women are single because you realizing that men in America hate women. These men hate women. They hate women. And you can thank the liberal agenda spread of hip hop culture into, you know, the classic American upstanding culture, in the name of racism, in the name of getting rid of racism, you know. And at the end of the day, the hatred of the slave descendant, the self-hatred of the slave descendant, has now become a trend, a cultural trend of just hating and disrespecting women. You know, and ladies, don't give into it. Stay feminine, be feminine, act like you got some goddamn sense. Shut up. If you need to delete your social media to keep your job and stop all this superficial feminine, you know, carelessness. You know, ladies, don't give into all of this stuff. Stay in your lane. Because these men hate you. They're not coming to save you. And you know, what I'm saying is being batshit crazy. Like, this is a woman who wants to have her cake. She wants to be able to have a nice, great, upstanding job, and then she wants to be able to represent a you know, a far off land and a far off country instead of the one that she's in. You know, as a citizen, you know, and you can't have both. Either you're a terrorist to this nation or you're not. And that's how, and you white people think you can come here and do whatever. You know, see, us black people, we know we don't get away with anything. But you white people, you so quick to just be so fucking sure that you can just get away with any fucking thing. And then you wonder why y'all are considered terrorists. Because you blatantly act like it. You blatantly have no respect for this country. But you feel, oh, because your skin is white, well, as long as I'm not black, I can get away with anything. And I hope y'all know that's how Americans think. Black people in America purposely keep themselves down, keep themselves stupid, keep eating shit, keep talking, you know, ignorant, and no matter how educated they are, they still act like a nigga because black people just, you know, like to be lower than white people because they're afraid of, you know, what happens when you show that you have power. Black people prefer being beneath white people. Stop feeling bad for niggas. Stop letting this liberal agenda warp your mind. Everyone, but especially women. You white women, you feel bad for niggas, and you date them and this and that, and then you wonder why it ruins your white privilege. You want to be a nigga so bad and date with and get part of this liberal agenda. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You women don't get this liberal shit y'all be on. Trying so desperate to taste what it's like to be a black woman. You know what I'm saying? It's never worth it. It's never worth it. What's wrong with being a classic American female and behaving as such and representing the great parts of this nation instead of always worrying about somebody else's fucking problems? You know, you're not smart enough to go get a law job and then be able to actually legally as a lawyer to stand up for something. You want to do it the peasant way. You want to do it the lowly, low class, ignorant peasant way, protesting. You don't want to do it the noble way by having a career oriented to justice. You ruined your whole fucking career path because you just had to represent people who are victims in some far off fucking land. And that's the whole liberal agenda, is getting people to see people who are problematic as victims. Niggas is problematic. Feminists are problematic. Terrorists are problematic. People holding grudges against America, that shit is problematic. And the liberal agenda wants upstanding Americans who do make this nation great by keeping the things that are great about this, keeping the reasons why everyone come flocking to our nation still. Everybody comes still flocking to America. People ain't leaving this nation quick enough, and half of them that do come right the fuck back. So, but you want to take it for granted. And like I said, the people who do make this nation great and upstanding and innovative and the reason why everyone wants to come be here, like, you're representing what's great about this nation. You can't always represent other third world bullshit with war-torn bullshit, always on some bullshit. And inevitably, it's always America's fault. Yet everyone wants to come here because we're so civilized. Not anymore. These politicians and you parasitic Americans who have nothing better to do. You want to protest instead of get your law job and fight for justice. Like, that shit is ass backwards. The parasite of the protest, the spirit of protest, the parasite of this liberal agenda. Don't give into it. And I want to mention something. Y'all be very careful. If you notice, and when you look at the news report, if you click on the link that I have in the description about it, she speaks with not quite a lisp, but like she's got a bit of a lisp, or it's like she's had mouth surgery or something. I'm gonna give you an occult clue to detecting reptilians, that, since y'all love conspiracy theories. You want to detect the reptilians, you want to detect the clones, you want to detect the parasite race, you want to detect whatever you want to call them, that are connected to the New World Order. Watch how they talk. They talk like they've never had teeth before. They'll talk like they're a serpent. They talk like they ain't never had teeth, like they just got teeth to do the news report. So that's something that's a clue for y'all when y'all want to detect something that is meant to, something that's part of the distraction, I don't mind, liberal agenda. They talk like serpents. All, like they ain't had no teeth before. Like they got fake teeth. Like they got fake dentures or something, So if you want to really, really get to the metaphysical aspect of the liberal agenda, I would say pray for discernment. Pray for the Most High. Pray for the Holy Spirit to show you, like that movie where he put on them glasses and he was able to see the demons from the humans. Pray for the Most High to show you. because I watch the news and people talk about watching the news. No, that's just oracle exercise. I can see through things. Just like, you know, this girl from Des Plaines who got into a crash in Vernon Hills on her way to a party in Vernon Hills because she supposedly jumped a curb, and everybody, the whole town, acting like they in on it. And then one single lady got on and said what I was thinking, which was, how the fuck she jump a curb? No, it was a murder. And the whole news report seemed like they were more concerned with making sure that they had murdered the right girl and identifying her body than figuring out what exactly happened to her. Because one lady who had been living there all her life felt like it was not plausible for her to have jumped a curb and ended up in the bottom of a river. So, um, you know, I would say for those of you who want to practice using discernment, start watching the news. Start watching the news. Start getting aware of what is going on, what is happening, in terms of not to feed into it, not to get mad, not to get upset, but to really start to be able to detect demonic activity and to detect fake news, fake acting, something that's part of an agenda to steer society in a certain way versus actual, people, actual reports with actual people, doing actual real things, or people really, really suffering. You can tell real suffering. You can tell real grieving from someone who's suffering the shock or suffering a loss from someone that died from an accident or a shooting, or, a sickness, versus we're reporting this, but we're reporting it a certain way, but you can tell that the surrounding situation is an inside job. you know um Watching the news is a great way to hone your discernment, and I encourage people, start praying to the Holy Spirit to heighten your sense of awareness of what is real and what is fake, and who is really human, and who is a clone. All right, like, we're in that time right now, and a lot of y'all worried about y'all. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the stuff y'all gotta leave alone. Leave these conspiracies alone. Leave these revolutionaries alone. Leave these liberal feminists alone. Leave these weird little cults that want to form this, and people going off grid, and these weird polygamous religions. Leave all this bullshit alone. Leave all this bullshit alone, because these people are distracted by demons. And what really matters is you going to work, producing fruit, maintaining your humanity, your womanhood, your manhood, your childhood. All right? And coming home, making it home. And expressing gratitude every day and every night for the fact that you have a home to go to, and the fact that you have a job to sustain you. And if you worried about anything else, really, if you really think all this other shit that you doing is more important than that, you backwards. Yeah, pursue your goals, but stop thinking that your car and your career and getting your album out and getting that degree, stop idolizing these material things that you are pursuing. That's the problem. You're idolizing the things that you're pursuing. It's not just a goal. It's not a means to an end. It's an idol that you feel is going to make you some type of god or a goddess when you achieve it. And it's just like, you if you either god or in goddess, or you not already. And if you not, just be okay with being human and understand how important and valuable that is. And some of you women, you not okay with just being a lady. You want to stick your nose in everybody else's business but your own, until you have no business of your own. And that's when the The devil is really going to have his way with you. And that's what most of you ladies want. You want the devil to choose you. And some of y'all, you so batshit crazy that you just trying to provoke the devil to pay attention to you. The devil don't want y'all. You might as well get with God, because the devil don't want to deal with y'all batshit crazy selves. That's what you women is just so worthless. Don't be worthless, ladies. Produce fruit. And you know how you produce fruit? Get up and stay on your square. All right? Peace and love.